I was vacationing with my wife and kids in Maine and contracted bacterial meningitis. And in my case, having survived a 10-day coma, sure enough, I did have to amputate the toes of my left foot and the toes and the heel and the arch of my right foot. They did what's called a flap surgery, where they took the lat muscle from my back and wrapped it around my right foot, and it was successful, but it was a large, bulbous foot that didn't fit in dress shoes and didn't fit in sneakers. I couldn't walk quickly. I couldn't keep up with my kids. I couldn't, walk along the beach. A lot of the things we take for granted every day weren't available to me, or they were with some pain and with some difficulty. And this was not something I wanted for the rest of my life. But I could get by. But it was enough for the doctors, and it was enough for my wife, who had worked very hard to save that foot. It was a bit of a shock to their system to hear me talking about now amputating what we had saved. I don't see the value in just keeping a limb just for the sake of keeping it. There's just too many people who've gone on to successful athletic careers, climb mountains. I mean, there's just too many things you can do as an amputee to look at it as a negative. It just shouldn't be looked at, something to avoid at all costs. It should be looked at as a real option that can be highly successful. I came out of surgery, and my sister sort of bent over to me, very concerned about my reaction, and I lifted my amputated leg for the first time. And I just said, it feels great. Because by this time I had become so averse to keeping the foot. It was almost like an enemy of mine. It was everything that limited what I couldn't do. That I was so happy to see it gone and to get on with the next stage.
Morning. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I feel proud, when I see my leg or I see myself in the mirror. I know there are amputees that sort of cover it up, or keep their leg out of sight, or maybe even limit their exposure outside. But for me, it's sort of a badge of honor. This is me. I feel powerful. I feel like I made a courageous decision. I think it shows my kids that with a little bit of crazy courage, you can accomplish great things.